Good evening, Final Fantasy Randomizer fans, and welcome to Spring Tournament 2021. My name is Luffy. I am joined in the booth tonight with Rojo. Rojo, how you doing tonight, my buddy?
I'm doing great. I see we've got ourselves a spicy 1v1 and 1v1 match. Two separate matches
Yep,
all at the same time here.
yep, that is correct. We got two matches, one seed, four runners, one tracker, two comms, and a partridge in a pear tree tonight. We're gonna have some fun watching this. We got two teams with two separate pods. They are both not in the same grouping. We have the Dr. Oon pod and the Agama pod tonight. Dr. Oon pod is Jat 2980 versus J-Man. No, Darth Kygan, sorry. And then we have J-Man versus Zero Cool. So left side of your screen is one race, and the right side of your screen is the other. And we're underway.
Yeah, and immediately we are going to check out some white magic. You're 3 in a wall. Okay, it's not bad.
Yeah, Fire 3 and Cake at level 1 black, also not bad.
Yeah, that's we can get a lot done with early magic like this.
Yep, we got some Sweeper Fire right there. Undead's not a problem. Cake also pretty good against the Undead. And Wall, Red Mage learnable, so that kind of have us not have to dig out so many ribbons if we want to play that game tonight.
Yeah, it is nice to have that little bit of safety there, especially at such a low level of magic. You can kind of cast it at will.
Jat, the
And
first
immediately to
runners,
Garland.
Yeah, Jat wasting no time right now. Just going to go right in there, not even open boxes. One Fire 3 and bye, Garland. That was fun.
Yep, we'll see you 2,000 years in the past. So we get a chime and a ship. Okay, early ship. Might change the routing a little bit for these runners. Still do need a canal to actually exit the inner sea, however, which we'll find somewhere in one of these other inner sea locations. So it looked like we're checking some boxes with some other people. Silver knife +5. That's actually a pretty okay weapon, honestly.
Yeah, I will take that into the mid game for sure. And depending on where temper and fast roll, you can get away with that. I've seen people finish the seeds with silver +5 before. It is possible. Oof.
Yeah.
Housing market very expensive though.
Yeah, not what you want to see. Hopefully, you find a couple of boxes on the way, so you don't have to buy so many. But where they end up, who can say? But looks like Jat just taking out the pirates here. Let's see what Bicky has for us. Okay,
All right.
a rod. Can't do anything with that just yet.
No, not yet, but I mean, we got Fire 3, we got Cake at level 1, we got a rod, a ship. As soon as we find that canal, I mean, early Earth play, question mark?
Maybe for some of the braver people, but I think maybe check a couple tiles, see how that's looking. But yeah, I without any incentives in Earth, kind of puts us in a position where we would ideally like to put that off for as long as possible. I think.
Yeah, I agree. So checking the spike tile, it's not a bad idea. We got to find out if we rolled A side or B side. Hopefully, we can tell that fairly in a pretty fast manner, depending on the first couple tiles we see, and then just go from there.
Yeah, for sure. So it looks like Jat's maybe going to Crescent here. Yeah, get that free incentive item over there, and then I guess we'll have to make some decisions about where to go next. Marsh, volcano, ice.
Yeah, I mean, getting level 1, Fire 3, and Cake, ice is not the worst play in the world. I mean, that's some pretty good safety magic to go in there with.
Yeah, I'm just looking at this black magic over on J-Man's screen here. It's not very good, and neither is the white magic at level 2.
Yeah, I mean, harm 2, sure. I mean, if you're looking to maybe make an early ice play, you're going to find some undead in there. Sweeper could help, question mark.
Yeah, I mean, it'll maybe kill a lot of the undead in there, but it's like I'd feel better with a harm 3 because sometimes like those wraiths and images and stuff can roll up a bit on HP.
And they do like to hit hard too.
Yeah, for sure.
All
All right,
right.
Darth Karigan taking on Garland here. Looks like we're gonna go with some fighting, some fire 3. There you go. Ooh, Garland's crispy, but there you go. Now he's well done.
We get a ruby from the sages too over there, so that should okay, sure. Early
Yeah,
Earth
show me that
continent.
canal.
Early Earth continent? Question mark.
Yeah, a lot of the time that ruby ends up being a bit of a dud, but perhaps not tonight.
Yeah, I mean we'll see. Jad here looking like he's gonna take a few levels outside of Crescent. Not a bad play. You know, few more charges of magic before he does any kind of dive anywhere. It's not a bad idea.
Yeah, especially you want the charger, you want, a little bit of HP, because going in with like 100 hit points into somewhere like ice or even earth cave is not really where you want to be.
Yeah.
So getting into that mid hundreds range at least would be nice.
Yeah, it's risky for sure to try to make a dive in any of those areas with baby light warriors. And Zero Cool gonna give us our look at black magic here.
Okay, it's I mean you love to see the fast. You love to see, I mean Lightning 2 is not a great sweeper, but it can work in a pinch.
Yeah, it can get the job done. Not many things resist it, and with the early Fire 3, again, I'm gonna keep saying it, that'll be good for the things that do resist lightning, probably.
Yeah, and we have White Mage locked exit, so potentially saving some time. The folks who brought the White Mage this time.
Yeah, let's talk a little bit about party composition tonight while we're looking at that. So Jad here, running what has been my preferred party so far in these flags, the black belt, red, double black. And then we got Darth Kaigan, his opponent, running Fighter Rainbow. So what are your thoughts on those two party compositions?
Yeah, I mean, I think Fighter Rainbow is maybe like literally the safest of all comps, and it's very effective in a lot of flag sets. But tonight we do have the piercings on all of these classes, and this time around the black belt actually rolled with fighter weapon access, which would really make me lean toward that black belt for this seed in particular.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, usually you take that black belt, you try to get them online as fast as possible, and they never really do much for you those first, say, dozen levels till they start punching a little bit. So to have them be able to swing something besides a wooden nunchuck or a stick would be definitely a bonus.
Yeah, absolutely. So it looks like we got Zero headed over to Marsh. Yeah, okay. We're gonna check that out. So our canal is gonna be, I think, I haven't seen exactly what everybody's got, but I think our canal is either in Marsh or on ice at this point.
Yeah, that's correct. It seems like every location's been checked on the inner sea so far, so unless we have canal in one of those two locations or an item that can turn into the canal, one of them is going to be the correct choice. And we have two people making the Marsh play, and Jat looking like coming back over toward Elfland might be doing the same thing.
Yeah, I think it's definitely it's Marsh is the safe option, because if you get lucky, you find whatever the incentive is in that top floor, which I guess is worth mentioning. So we don't have any loose items in these flags, but we do have a randomized incentive location in these dungeons. So normally the incentive item would be like in the bottom of March, but in this case it could show up in top, could show up in a different room in the bottom of Marsh, etc. And that goes for all of our incentive dungeons.
Yep, that is correct. That's a fun little flag, I think, that the devs put in over the last couple months here. I like the idea of these, sort of pseudo loose items but you know what dungeon they're going to be in. Yes, it does kind of lead to opening more boxes than you normally would, and can be some RNG involved, but I think it's a nice little wrinkle that's been added in to kind of spice things up here.
Yeah, I totally agree. It's much kinder than having a straight up loose somewhere. Oh, and there it is. There's our canal in top of marsh.
All right. Yeah. It's funny too because I think I've played, several dozen of these practice seeds and stuff getting ready for my races, and I've seen the item roll into the, marsh attic more than half the time. It feels like it's pretty crazy.
Yeah, I have a similar experience, except with the ship showing up in Ice Cave. It seems to show up a lot in my practice seeds there. The looks like both Chad and J-Man were having a little bit of trouble with some ambushing squeeze here in Marsh.
Yeah, Scorpion's one of those early enemies that you can come across here in this dungeon that will hit kind of hard in the early game. Not unlike their blue cousins in the Sea Shrine, the Lobsters, who tend to hit hard all the time, no matter where you are. But for right now, it can be a little difficult to get through the Scorpions, that's true.
We find out, unfortunately, Zero Cool gets the bad news that ogres have ice too.
Ooh.
That's an ouchie. At least we won't see them again until we go to Earth Cave, I guess.
Yeah. Hopefully at that point our levels are to the point where they either want to run or we get priority and can just run from them. So about 10 minutes in here, and Darth Kaigan had a little bit of trouble early on. It took him a minute to get going, but, turn around, and just like that, he is not far behind any of these runners. He is about to make his marsh dive. He's making the correct play going up to the attic, so he'll be in and out of there just a minute or two behind the other runners here. So early game jitters, early game blunder, making up the difference pretty well right now.
Yeah, and if I'm not sure if he's got the levels, maybe not quite yet for that exit, but if he does, he can get out pretty quickly and safely.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exit, warp, two of my favorite spells in the game. They can just be, really nice in these flag sets as well. If you have to double dip an area, say Sea Shrine or, Marsh, and you can just get out of there a little bit faster than having to walk your way out. It's definitely nice.
Yeah, also worth noting, we've got it looked like Red Mage Learnable Heal 3 over in 4th level White Magic, and Life as well, but I'm not sure where that one ended up. Looks like that is maybe slot 4. I'm not sure if the Reds can get that one or not.
Yeah, maybe upon promotion, maybe they can get that, but I think there are slots 1 and 3 as they are unpromoted.
Yeah, that sounds right. And J-Man's just doing a quick little check in the dwarf, I guess, the storage closet. not a bad idea.
No, definitely not. It's a quick little check there at the parking at the dock, and then be able to head on out of there. But Jat, galaxy braining, turning in that ruby, finds a Massa -5 in Titan Shrove. Now, -5, sure, but Massa, yes please.
Yeah, I mean, so much for black belt fighter weapons. Didn't really matter this time around, but yeah, we can use that Massa -5 to great effect to help get that black belt to where we would like him to be for the end game.
Oh yeah, I completely agree with that.
Now, it looks like Zero Cool is in the river system here. I'm not sure if he's been to Crescent or not, or maybe he's on his way there. Okay, yeah, makes sense.
Our wonderful tracker, Shadow Flames, pointing out in chat for us that Life was level 4, slot 4 is Red Wizard learnable. Shadow, one of the finest in the business. I trust him implicitly, so I believe him.
All right, let's check out Earth King. So we've got gargoyles, no good. Send it back.
Yeah, and this, we'll see a couple more tiles here, but this feels like A-side to me. Jack, can you give us a look at this third spike tile here? Yeah, big no on that one.
Yeah, no thanks. I'll just take this chest and be on my way.
Yes, please. No warp charges for Jack to get out, but he does have the charges once he hits an inn or a house, so that's good.
Yeah, absolutely. Looks like I don't know if one of the Rankelos got his Black Mage there, or if he's decided to let one of them take a little nap based on the early Black Magic that's available.
Yeah, the Ranklow punched him down pretty hard.
Ah, yep, that would do it.
Yep.
Hey, but I'm just noticing we got 0 cool in ordeals already.
Mm-hmm.
I love me some early ordeals. It's usually a fairly easy dungeon. Unless the pillars are particularly rude, or the something in there rolls a script. But a lot of the time, yeah, you can get through it at fairly low levels, and even get some levels on the way through.
Yeah, and the enemies that show up here, Medusas or Zombles, they can go down to a Fire 3 pretty easily.
Yeah, or if you're lucky, maybe even some zombie Ds. That's a lovely enemy to fight when you've got that kind of firepower.
These catmen man cats not playing nice though for 0 cool.
Yeah, mute and sleep. That's an extremely rude combination.
Yep.
And fast. Good, sure. Throw it. Just pile.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah. Looks like they're just kind of skill happy so far right now. There's heat. Yep, reset.
Yeah, that is the danger. Sometimes something in there rolls something annoying like that, and you get bounced out. So Jack picked up a crown somewhere. I guess that must have been from Sarda, maybe?
I guess
he gets himself
yeah.
a tail from Astos.
Yeah, for him with the black belt, that's XP boost. He doesn't want to see that.
Yeah, and nuke level 5 apparently as well. So, it's okay. You prefer to see it in that first 4 levels, but, you're never going to turn down a nuke.
I think it looks like White Magic had Life 2 at level 5 as well, but I think that's slot 1, which is Red Mage learnable, I believe. So that's pretty good.
Yeah, that's excellent.
Hey, 13 in chat saying as part of the Aranklo pod, he approves of that spike tile. Yeah, it's nice to look at from our vantage point right here. Not so nice to have to come across it, though.
Yeah, not at all. But, hey, Darth Kaigan taking a Rankalo out right there. Looks like we're going to be checking a few more chests down in the southern area. I can't remember if there was anything particularly good in there. I thought somebody else might have checked down there as well.
Pretty sure I just saw cash in the boxes on the left when Jat checked the spike tile. I'm not sure about the right-hand side over here, though. Darth Kaigan, you are bold.
Playing a dangerous game.
Mistakes were made.
Black Mage gets away, though.
Yeah. I mean, I guess he really wants this money.
So it looks like we've got ourselves a Gershark Wizahag tile in ordeals. That's, like, almost tempting.
Yeah.
To just try it and see what happens. But then again, with the, if you have to walk through here again, there's the risk of the man cat pack.
Yep. You see on J-Man's side there, picking up his quote-unquote ruby from the sages, picking up a bottle of water instead, actually. One of the new fun percentage flags we have here is the multi-food for the Titan flag. I believe it is... who came up with that? Do you know who that was, Rojo?
No, I don't. I don't know, but I am eternally grateful for its existence.
It is pretty cool. Like you usually go and you feed the Titan his ruby, and he lets you walk on by, and you get to check his chest and his closet, and you get to go and see what Sarda has. But now it's not just a ruby; it can be a bottle of water. I've seen French fries. It's clever and fun. I'm not sure if that was Life Reboot who did that, or if that was Tetron, two of our newer developers. I'm not sure, and I apologize for not having the direct and correct information, but whoever you are, thank you, because that's always fun.
Yeah, I didn't see what Zero Cool got in Ordeals, but he's out of there. Turns out that the cat men not really any friendlier than the man cats, because they've got Hold and Glare, I believe it was.
Gross. And again, our tracker being all on top of it, Shadow Flames. Cube was in Ordeals, so Ordeals required. So 20 minutes in here, Rojo, you got Cube, you got Chime, Zero Cool doing the play. What do you think of this?
I think it's a bold move. I mean, you can certainly gamble on this first floor Mirage. Maybe, I guess you could go to the second floor if you really wanted to, but I don't think we've got what it takes to deal with Tiamat right now, unless we are going to rely on like a Lucky Bane or something if we pick that spell up. Yeah, I mean, because the last thing you want to do is spend like 10 minutes clearing out every chest in Sky only to not be able to finish it, But
you see that
could be a floater.
Zero Cool right there took out a stake on his way up to the Mirage Tower, so nice.
Yeah, that's always nice to see, especially when they're nice and tender.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so far not getting much out of this Mirage play except for death.
Yeah, a little bit of cash, a house, sure.
Yeah, and we're out of here.
Yeah.
But we're not.
All right, we're going to go check out Greater Than Less Than, and, maybe be bold and keep going. We'll see.
Yeah, I mean, it's always, like this could pay off in a huge way. Because, Air Sky or Mirage Sky is one of the places you kind of would want to try to do later in the game. So you can take some fights and stuff if you find some good ones, of which there are many. And like this ain't one of them. the Glare Catmen. But once you get into the Sky part, there's some good stuff up there and a lot of checks. So this could be like your one-stop shop potentially for the rest of the game if you get like a floater and a couple other nice items in here.
Yeah. And it is incentivized, so, I mean, he could get lucky and find that item on the first two floors over here, and if that does happen to be floater, that can be an advantage right here, because nobody else is making this play just yet.
Yeah. So have we seen the shop item? I saw Jat checking Caravan and Unrack, but didn't look like there's anything there.
I do not believe so yet.
So that would indicate, I think, that we've got an item out in Gaia.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be in Gaia. Floater locked.
Let's hope for the Gaia Bottled Dream.
Zero Cool picking himself up a Katana +4 over there. Unfortunately, not going to get to use it. That's a vendor sword.
Yeah, I mean, could certainly get you quite a bit in the way of spells and supplies, but with no thief and no Katana blessing, there's not really much else we can do with it but sell it. maybe put it on the mantle after the end of our adventures, I guess.
The trophy of my travels. All right, so let's talk a little bit about our runners here tonight. So on your left-hand side, you have Jat and Darth Kaigan, part of the Dr. Oon pod. So let's talk a little bit about Jat here. So Jat plays many board games during non-COVID times. His race experience, and this surprised the heck out of me, is Duck Derby Summer 2020, Summer Co-op 2020, and Fall League 2020. So Jat, who feels like he's been here forever, definitely here before I joined, this is his first spring tournament match ever, which is blowing my mind when I saw that.
Yeah, it's wild.
So
we've got his opponent, Darth Kaigan. Interesting fact, he's a Magic the Gathering Commander player, Star Wars fanboy, and he's never once ever lost Star Wars trivia. And as it turns out, he doesn't have any previous FFR competitive racing experience at all, so he's just jumping right in here, which I highly approve of.
Mm-hmm. Oh, do you see that on Jat's side right now?
I did not. What do we got?
Oh, you're gonna see in a second. Hang on. Yep, here it comes. He's gonna finish checking these
I smell
boxes.
a grind.
Oh yeah, he found some sauce right here.
Oh baby, there you go.
Oh yeah, and I think they rolled somewhere in the about 200 HP. I think I saw them get taken down by a single ice 3. I mean, that's just tasty.
That is indeed exactly the kind of thing you're looking for. So we have Darth Kaigan going through Earth here, checking some chests that perhaps would normally get skipped.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see if he manages to find anything good here. I mean, getting an extra ribbon can be a difference maker in a tough Topher.
Yeah, I agree. We'll see what he can come up with here. Earth is not incentivized, so normally you wouldn't be checking these chests, but I mean, you know what? Against Jat, who is a quality runner, I mean, you got to make a play somewhere, and if he can come across something, to your point, this is going to be a heck of a move for him, because, I mean, usually you're just trying to get through Earth as fast as you can.
Yeah, and it's, I mean, if you don't check any chests, obviously you cut your time down, but it's a bit of a slog, just because of all the twists and turns everywhere. Zero Cool picking up his Masa -5. Gonna put that to good use, I'm sure, on that fighter.
Mm-hmm. Also picking up a Dragon Armor +2, which once he gets his tail and finds his floater and gets in the air, that's going to be beautiful for that night.
Yeah, that's excellent. Definitely Dragon Armor, one of the best armors in the game, absorb-wise. And then, of course, it has that resist to, I believe, fire, ice, and lightning all at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, Ice Cave J-Man found the Catmen are everywhere.
They're just not going to leave us alone tonight, throwing out that glare.
Oh, and slow. Jeez.
All right, so Jat's just going to sit on these Agamas for a while and just kind of do his thing. Let's talk about our other two runners tonight, J-Man and Zero Cool. So, funny enough, part of the Agama pod, even though neither runner has found that tile just yet. We'll see what happens when they come across it. So J-Man, interesting facts from him, 2 + 2 = 5 for extremely large values of 2. So, I'm not a math buff, but I can appreciate the humor in that. Race experience for him, also 2020 Summer Duck Derby, 2021 Winter Duck Derby, and also participated in the most recent 2021 Winter Dab Tournament. And his favorite enemy? Lich. Go figure.
Huh, how about that? Yeah, and his opponent tonight, Zero Cool. Well, interesting facts about him would be Quack.
Nice.
And his previous race experience, a newer runner to the community. He participated in the 2021 Winter Duckling situation, and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, also the Winter Dab because I'm pretty sure we played each other in the first round, and he sent me straight to the losers bracket.
Yeah.
And his favorite enemy would be Juicy Eyes.
Yeah. Can confirm Zero Cool was in the winner tab because he also beat me. So yeah, can confirm that.
Well, there you go. So definitely someone to look out for. He's certainly proven to be a very capable runner.
Mm-hmm. So Jat, finishing taking his levels on the Agamas, I gotta guess that he probably ran out of heal pots or something, because last I saw he was only in like the mid-20s.
Yeah, that could be. Meanwhile, J-Man unpacks a ribbon in the bottom of Ice Cave here. Very nice find.
Ooh.
Not sure if he's gotten his incentive out of here yet.
Actually,
He does like to hide in this this one chest that's blocked by the forced encounter tile from time to time.
Mm-hmm. Actually, I think something bad happened to Jat. His black belt is back around 200 HP. I didn't see what happened, but I think I think he might have lost his levels.
That is, yeah, it looks like he definitely did. That's unfortunate, but he's going for it again. I mean, he's got to get in there anyway, I guess. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I would imagine he'll probably try to reclaim those levels, at least some of them, before leaving. Gregory Puff in chat asking who's facing who. So we've got Jat versus Darth Kaigan over on the left-hand side of the screen, and then J-Man versus Zero Cool over on the right-hand side of your screen. Hey, Luffy.
Yes, sir.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Ogre.
Ogre who?
I don't know. The guy who's knocking on your door just walked Ogre there. And there it is. There's our crystal and ice cave.
Very nice.
So we can actually turn that back in if we're still in the inner sea pretty efficiently.
Yes, I believe J-Man did park his boat in the inside river system dock there, so we'll see. Also
from chat, apparently that was J-Man's second ribbon, so we found another one somewhere.
So 2 ribbons for J-Man. That's a pretty good advantage right there.
Oh, apparently right next to the crystal. So we got 2 ribbons in Ice Cave. That's absolutely massive.
Yeah. J-Man making a play right here. I like this. Gonna take a walk up to Matoya and turn in that crystal. So he must have parked his boat on the outside of the inner sea.
Yeah, must have. That's that's definitely a heads up move, I think. Because and especially, well, depends on whether or not he saves here. If it turns into trash, I guess you could always just reset back. But gonna save here anyway. That's fine. I mean, there's not really any. Especially now that we have the ruby early on, like there's not really any bad items or anything or any duds in the pool here. So like even a bonk or a white shirt, you're going to be happy to see.
Yep. All right, so let's see what Matoya has for us after we check her closet here.
Yeah, we'll take a pro cape. Why not?
Yeah, sure. Armor's armor. Ooh.
Oh, baby.
Crystal required. That is the Mystic Key, which allows us access to Temple of Fiends Revisited, and also will open up the locked Corneria chest, which is incentivized. So I think we're going to see J-Man walk his way right over there. Let's go, Floater. Let's go, Floater.
Probably a little bit more walking than he bargained for initially there, but, you know, you're always happy to see that key. Opens up a lot of free chests. And, of course, yeah, our incentive here in Canaria.
All right, I'm excited to see what this is. I'm hoping Floater. Let's go.
Ooh, just money so far.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay, required.
Yeah.
So that feels pretty good. All that walking is not for nothing.
Yeah, for sure. So now, unfortunately, he has to walk all the way back to his boat, but it shouldn't take, once he gets there, it shouldn't take too long to get to to the sea on rack area, and I'm not sure if he's even been to a waterfall yet. So potentially you could knock this whole thing out in one fell swoop and never have to come back, which would be nice.
That is going to be nice, yeah. I don't think he has either. I think he's been hanging around that ice cave area, inner sea. I want to give his levels a check here. I think on his way down, depending on where his levels are, I mean, I might take a run at carry and just try to take her out before I head out of the inner sea, if it's me, but it all depends on where the levels are. I mean, look, they're pretty decent. He's got that fighter over 330 HP.
Yeah, did I forget? Did he get the massa yet? Because if you have the massa, like, yeah, you can definitely take on carry with these levels, unless she rolls super punchy and just knocks you when your fighter or your main damage dealer down early.
I don't think so, because he doesn't have Cube, I think, which came from Sarda. Let me check our notes here. No, Cube is Ordeals, so Sarda was Crown. He has neither, so I don't think he left the inner sea yet.
Yeah, okay.
Well, maybe left the inner sea, but not to anywhere else. Just to park over at Crescent.
We've got a Mudgall Rockgall pack in the one of the Force Encounter towns here in Volcano. It's not actually too bad for some early experience.
Looks like they got stun touch though, so that can be a little annoying.
Yeah, and they do tend to hit fairly hard as well.
So I'm guessing what happened to Jat here was that, seeing as how he's keeping the Red Mage up with the Black Belt right now, those Agamemnons just might have hit just a little too hard and taken out his Black Belt and couldn't solo him. So he's probably going to try to get into the mid-20s with both of his Light Warriors this time, and then try to drop the Red Mage to pick up the Black Belt.
Yeah, that could very well be. And then just hope you can walk out, because that is even with a high level Black Belt, that is a potentially dangerous part of this this whole situation here. But hopefully.
Alright, looks like he's comfortable now though, dropping that Red Mage. So let's see what happens. Oh yeah, these Agamemnons hitting real hard. So Jack continuing to take his levels. You got J-Man making the play over to Ordeals. Still has not turned in that Ruby or picked up his Massa. So he'll get there, but Oh, Jad, turn order, please. Turn order, please. Whew, okay. That was close. So Jat looking like he's going to try to walk these levels out. He is out of heal pots. This is dicey, but I mean the black belt's level 27, so I think he can do it. J-Man working his way through Ordeals as Zero Cool into the Ice Cave. We'll see if he picks up the 2 ribbons that are down here. Also going to get that required crystal, which will lead to the key, which will lead to the Oxyale. So, ice required. Alright, Jat does manage to make it out of there. Very nice. So, let's see what he plans on doing here. Pick up some heal pots. Obviously, maybe go back and chew on those Agamas a little more. I'm not sure. No, Jet's going to leave. Probably a smart play.
Rojo's having a little bit of technical difficulties at the moment, so until he comes back in, you all get to listen to my voice from the other side of the commentary booth. Hi!
How you doing, Shadow? Thank you for joining me. Rojo, we hope to get you back soon, buddy. You do what you gotta do, man. So, Shadow, what are you thinking so far, man? How you liking this seed so far?
Well, I'm thinking for starters that of our 4 runners on screen, Jack clearly has an advantage so far. He's got that black belt just about up to full capacity. Hasn't quite overclocked it yet by getting to 42, but at this rate, a couple more, maybe one more dungeon, and there isn't going to be much standing in its way. If anyone, he's got the clear advantage at the moment.
Yeah, looks like he's going to go 2-man strats here, too, with the black belt and red mage. So this should be interesting.
Yep, I think Rojo may have just come back in. Are you back with us?
Almost. Apologies, we've got a little bit of inclement weather out here.
No worries, buddy.
Yep, try as you might, just can't beat Mother Nature. It is what it is.
Alright, Jat making himself the volcano play here. This is going to probably be an armory check and then a probably just go down and kill Carry and get his orbs lit. I'm not sure where Jat feels like he is right now. We can see that he's in a pretty decent spot. To your point, Shadow, he's almost got that black belt fully online. I think it's in the high 20s. He'll get to 32 very soon. But after losing that first set of levels, that's got to feel a little bad. But that's nothing that a runner of Jat's caliber cannot come back from.
Indeed. It's one of those, you know what a grind was, you know what to expect after you wiped the first time, so you're able to better prepare. Which you saw him do on this occasion, because he made certain to keep that red mage up a little bit longer so they could 2-man it. And it's going to pay off in spades here once he gets down a couple more floors.
So Jat not even checking boxes here on his way down through Volcano. Just going to go take out Carry. Going to maybe check these spike tiles here.
Now, has Jat found any ribbons yet at all?
No ribbons yet. He has not made his way to Ice Cave. I'm assuming he will go there next after Volcano because he took his boat back over to Crescent.
Gotcha. So it's likely that he'll find at least one. Or actually probably both, because the other ribbon was right next to the incentive and it was right at the end of the dungeon.
Yeah.
So he should be in good shape as far as those go, which means he's probably not going to get punished for not checking anything in Volcano here.
Yeah, and now that I'm thinking about it too, you're 100% right, because that crystal is in the last box that you're going to check, especially with having warp. That'll be the last box you check on your way through the dungeon, so he'll pick up both those ribbons.
Yeah, it makes me wonder then how the gold bracelets rolled this time around. Because you can't really give your black belt just a ribbon to wear. He's going to need at least a bangle to go on that wrist to help protect him if you want to equip that. Although, depending on how high you go, maybe you just rely on the natural MDF.
First orb lit for Jat at the 43-minute mark. Punches down Carry. Carry had slow. Fortunately, it missed the black belt after the fast went off, so he would have got there eventually. It was Carry 1. She's not super scary, but still, that could have just been like an eye roll moment. Like, really? Really? Okay.
Yeah, I hear you. So I'm guessing J-Man has made his way through waterfall already, and is now maybe our first runner to go to Sea Shrine here.
Yep, that is correct. He's the first runner who has the Oxyel. He was able to pick up the crystal in Ice Cave, which turned into the key from Matoya, which turned into the Oxyel out of Corneria Locked. So, Ice Cave required. Still no floater, though.
Yeah, could very well be here for all we know. Because we're actually, yeah, I mean, we're out of incentives aside from Sky, I think, right?
Yeah, let me check Shadow's wonderful notes here. So, so we haven't seen Adamant, which, you know, that could fetch quests to the floater. Bottle is impossible. We have not seen Herb, and we have not seen TNT. So Dwarves MIA and Herb MIA. So one of those items could turn into our floater if it is not loose, but we're going to probably come across it sooner rather than later, I think, seeing what's left and what we have done already.
Yeah, which means we could get lucky and maybe we just have our loot in the shop in Gaia. That'd be nice.
I'll tell you, as someone that has dealt with their fair share of loot hunts in their randomizer career, I'm a big fan of loot in the shop. Give me it all day long.
Yeah.
Just to interject here real quick, we have seen gold bracelets. They were for sale at Crescent Lake, 34,000 and change, and they rolled +2.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's not bad. Have we seen pro rings yet? I'm not sure if we have. I know we've seen pro capes. If you got a gold bracelet +2, you know, a neutral ribbon, and you know any kind of plus on the pro ring, I mean, it's not that bad to throw armor on that black belt.
Pro ring was in Provoker, 23 grand, rolled +4.
Okay, you know what? Why not? You need the you get the money. Just load up that black belt with armor for the first time, and that you're gonna want to do it if you got a ribbon. Done.
Yeah, and J-Man actually finding a pro ring just as we're talking about them in Sea Shrine here. I think that was in TFC chest, actually.
Yep, I think you're right based off of where he is. Alright, so Darth Kaigan picking up his crown from Sarda. Gonna turn that in, and what did Astos give us? Astos gonna get that tail, so he's gonna want that. Ran into some nasty wolves there. Hopefully he still goes down and checks those chests, because he has not picked up that massa.
Yeah, maybe he's just saving it for the way out.
I'm hoping so. He got wiped on the way down there now. I'm hoping that he goes down and checks it. He might just be like, nah, I'm just gonna not bother. Let's see what he does. Okay, save here is a good sign.
Yeah, looks like we're going for it.
Yeah. Okay, good. Just get there. He's gonna want this.
Yeah, we haven't seen a Vorpal yet, have we?
No, we have not seen the Game Changer. We have seen the Katana again, but that's a want moment right here.
Yeah, and there we go. There's our herb over on Mermaid side this time around. So,
okay.
Yeah, we're headed back across the seas after we're done here. I imagine J-Man can finish Sea Shrine while he's here.
I believe he can, yeah. Still continuing to check chests, though.
Maybe he's going for the trifecta. It's fine.
Yeah. Picking up a light axe +2, that's not bad. I would throw that on my fighter now. It's probably better than the giant sword, you know, -1. I think that he's swinging.
Yep.
All right. Zero Cool turning in his crystal to Matoya, giving her back her eyes, and gonna go get his key and check out and get his Oxyale.
And it looks like actually J-Man bouncing out of Sea Shrine to go chase this herb turn in.
Yeah,
Interesting choice.
He's probably hoping this turns into floater.
Yeah, if it's not if it doesn't, or something that leads to it, then I guess we've got another sky.
Yeah. I love that J-Man's enemy right there, the wolves, the Roo-Roo-Roos. That's fun.
Oh, go fetch.
Oh, man. Okay, sure. Thanks, game.
At least we have the key
Yeah.
to, like, soften the blow a little bit.
Yep. Jat turning in his crystal as well, doing the veteran move there, parking at the Matoya River system on the outside of the Aldi Sea. Gonna go pick up his Oxyale, and then I think we'll see Jat maybe do a little shuffle right on up to Sea Shrine again and rid the world of a squid.
Yeah, I think that seems likely. Found some ice and opal armor. It looks like they both rolled up over on J-Man's screen in the Elfland armory, and it's fine. I can't remember where we found the dragon armor. I thought he had that maybe. Can't wear it yet, obviously.
Dragon armor, they found that in Titan Trove next to the Massa.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. So I don't know if has he done that yet. No, he doesn't have or hang on, I gotta check the notes. I'm going out of my mind.
I think J-Man has not been over there yet. He has not checked. He doesn't have his crown, so he hasn't gone to see Sarda, which means he does not have his Massa yet. So,
That's right.
Okay. TNT to floater. We are airborne finally.
Yep. You just light the fuse and blow yourself sky high. That's how that works, I guess.
And on Zero Cool's side right there finds a juicy tile. The Gershark Big Eye. One of, I believe, the top 5 tiles on Lord Fizzlebeef's top 10 tiles. So that's a nice find.
Interesting. Yeah, I'm not sure if I got that issue of LFB illustrated, but yeah, I can certainly get down with that. That's a fun tile to see.
Mm-hmm. Big Eyes have glare, so that's a little nasty, but these ribbons should do a good job protecting us.
Ooh, I do enjoy it when the eyes get the eye skills.
On Jat's side, run is blessed. We have blue stake.
Awesome. So now was that off a reset? Do we know?
I know it was. Oh, it looks like it is. How deep is it? Is the question.
Yeah, kind of deep. It's a bit of a run, but pick up a few spare levels here.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the worst.
Yeah, 6,000 HP a pop right here. This is pretty good. I think Jad will just sit here, safely take this to 32 for the black belt, and then just nuke the rest of the seed.
Yeah.
We haven't seen Temper yet, which is a little disheartening, but I mean, it's okay.
Yeah, I guess it's possible. I don't know if we've seen Onrax's magic, but it's possible maybe that ended up in Gaia at level 7, which would be maybe our best case scenario.
Mm-hmm. And over there on J-Man's side, we do have the Dream Realize. We have the loot for sale in Gaia. So J-Man at the 52-minute mark, looking at his item set, that's go mode for him. He just needs to go finish dungeons, kill some fiends, and get some levels.
Yeah, so that's interesting. So that means our bottle and our slab are going to be our bonk and white shirt respectively. Is that right?
Yeah, that's the case right there. So hopefully J-Man gonna head on over here and go see what Grandpa's got and go. Well, you know what? I don't know if he's gonna get that Massa now. There's really no need for him to turn in that ruby.
Yeah, that's true. That does throw a wrinkle into things. I think he might have picked up a coral sword, which I've heard is, if you're looking for crit, there's Temper, level 5.
Oh, promotion locked.
Yeah, I mean, if you're looking for crit, I hear that the coral sword has some, not really like your first choice, but in a pinch.
It
could
does
work with enough tempers.
It does have more than a 0% chance, which is better than nothing. So that's true.
Yeah.
Alright, so J-Man gonna turn in his see what Grandpa's got here. Pick up his crown, get his tail, and then promote, but unfortunately probably gonna miss out on that Massa and Dragon armor unless he makes a quick little Jet to Titans right here. Nope. Can't say I blame him.
Yeah, I guess kind of seems like maybe the Titan got a little hangry and slapped around some kind of knight and stole his stuff and put it in his pantry.
Yeah, you're gonna take his armor, take his weapon, put it in his closet for later. Alright, so just about to crest the 55-minute mark right here, Rojo. We got Jat with the levels on that black belt, working his way up through Sky. Darth Kaigan in the Ice Cave, gonna pick up his crystal, which is gonna lead to his required Oxyel. What are you thinking right now between Jat and Darth Kaigan? You figure Jat's got a pretty decent lead right now, I would say, in levels and exploration, but Darth Kaigan not gonna go away. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, anything's possible. I'd say Darth Kaigan probably has a bit of ground to make up, but I wouldn't count him out just yet. Because we've seen some really terrible Tophers, and as it's often said, that is the great equalizer in a lot of these runs.
Yep, I agree. It's gonna be we'll see. We'll see how this goes. Jat's still opening boxes. Gonna probably find the bottle of the slab here in Sky, one of the two, which will lead to something he doesn't want, but that's okay.
Man, I actually saw Shadowed mention in chat here that we haven't seen the adamant, so some way or another that is going to be related to either the slab or the bottle as well, or I guess maybe vice versa.
This seed, it's not. We haven't seen a lot of terrible stuff as far as scripts or skills. We've seen some glare, we've seen some ice 2, we've seen some paralysis touch and whatnot, but as far as the items go, I mean, they're really making you dig.
Yeah, they are, absolutely. Yeah, I'm trying to think. We haven't seen anything truly heinous like damage, poison, mummies, or something like that.
That makes me cringe a little bit for once we get into Temple of Fiends Revisited and see what the Great Equalizer does have in store for us. J-Man getting lucky here to only pull one Aranklo. Has that White Mage take a nap, but that's probably not the worst character he could have lost.
Yeah, I do like that play though, which is to check that tile rather than the top ones while you're on your way down, if you're feeling relatively safe anyway, because then you sort of check that on the way, and I think it's probably a few less steps to do that.
Yep. It is also going to be a free tile encounter, because as you walk back and forth to the door, you're not going to be increasing the counter table steps, so definitely not a bad play.
That is true, yeah.
Alright, so Jat coming across some rock goals, going to punch them down. He's got that black belt up to 34 now, so that feels pretty good.
Yeah, absolutely. 34 black belt, probably going to be able to carry you through most Tophers. Only the truly bad ones are the ones where you got to get up to 42. But we haven't seen it yet, so we'll know in the next 15 minutes or so.
Yeah, give or
just
take.
how that's going to go.
So let's take a look real quick at the scaling on these bosses. So boss stats are 50% to 200%, and the HP's clamped 100 to 150. So you're not going to see the super chonky, super hard hitting Topher bosses on average, but I mean they can always roll a nasty set of skills or spells, double nuclears, tornado swirl back to back, punch really hard. So while they're not the worst to see on paper, it's certainly going to be more comfortable to get some more levels on these light warriors for sure.
Yep, and there we go. There's our adamant in, I guess, that's, what is that, almost French vanilla in Sky there?
Yeah, pretty close. Free gold bracelet too for his trouble, and I think I saw him pick up a Vorpal 5 right there. I mean, that's tasty. I mean, I'd almost throw that on the black belt. Oh, no, wait, he's got fighter weapons, not night weapons. Never mind. I would just throw it on there for the lulz, but, you know, whatever.
Yeah, but everybody else who's running this seed going to be extremely happy to find that, if they do, and I imagine they will, given that it was so close to the incentive there.
Mm-hmm. Except, you got to wonder about J-Man, though. Considering he's in go mode, I think he's probably done, for the most part, checking boxes. So I don't know if he's going to pick that one up either.
He may be, yeah. I guess it depends on kind of how you feel about your current weapon, because I don't know what he's swinging right now, but I don't think I would want to go into Topher with a light axe or something like that.
No, I mean he's gonna probably pick up. He'll pick up his tail from Astos when he's done here with Lich, and he'll promote, and he'll be able to get temper on that black wizard, and I think the red wizard can learn slot 3 level 5 black as well. But still, you, to your point, you're going to want something better to swing than a light axe.
Yeah, and I'm just trying to think of like endgame weaponry. Like I guess you're looking for Vorpal, Excal, Massa, more or less for that night. Mm-hmm. I don't know if there's anything else you really want to go with it. Like I know people like to complain about the Excal once you get to like Tiamat and Chaos, but given enough tempering, anything can get you there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's for sure. Jat still employing these 2-man strats. Gonna go take on Tiamat 1 punch. 8 hits, 202 damage. A little bit of absorb on this Tiamat.
Yeah, and that's kind of the danger. But this fast is probably gonna take care of our problems here. Not if we don't roll any crits, I guess.
16 hits, only 375 damage. Lock goes out. This will help. Yeah, there you go.
Very nice. So there's 2 orbs for Jan.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like we've got Darth Kaigan chasing down his key right now. I guess he decided not to finish Earth Cave while he was in the area.
Yeah, I don't think he decided to finish Earth Cave yet. Jat here, taking some more steak. Oh, go ahead, take this. I see it.
Oh yeah, well, so we've got Zero Cool fighting Kraken, trying some Bane strats here. In addition to, looks like he's, I assume he's swinging the Massa there. Can't quite see, but I think we'll get the damage before the Bane succeeds. Spoke way too soon.
Okay, well, I think Bane has like something like a 12% chance on Kraken, as opposed to Brack, which has about a 24 to 26% chance. So RNG be blessed right there.
Yeah, absolutely. Always love to see the Bane actually work. Mm-hmm. I'm just having flashbacks of missing 10 plus Banes in a row in Winter Dab on Tiamat.
Yeah, Bane never hits for you, it only hits against you. As someone that's been Bane through a rune multiple times, and Bane through a 42 black belt multiple times, it happens.
Indeed, it most certainly does. So I guess Chat's like just thinking, you know what, I'm here, and I've done 2 orbs. Why don't we just go all the way? We're only an hour and 3 in. And let's get that 42, and really just cruise to the rest of the seed.
Mm-hmm. It's not a bad play at all. I mean, he's at level 39, 40 right now. He's right there, and Blue Steak is a pretty quick way to do that.
Yeah, and plus with the I mean, I guess the black belt can probably do it himself now, but that the mass on that red mage isn't nothing either. So
Alright, interesting. J-Man is opening boxes here in the volcano on the dense floor here in the armory, so he is gonna try to find another weapon other than what he's swinging right now.
yeah, unfortunately for him, you know, all his prayers will be answered if he just goes to Sky.
Yeah. Vorpal +5 would be very, very nice, but he still needs to get his tail as well from the crown turn in. I don't know if we're gonna see that. I mean, he's just cruising. He's gonna go try to light his second orb. He's just gonna keep going. And Zero Cool already has 2 orbs lit as well, so Zero Cool with the orb lead when it comes to his matchup here. Interesting.
Yeah, but J-Man only one with that floater so far. It's not something I would have expected. Usually the floater isn't quite that quite that elusive, but it could make up that time for J-Man and help him get into Topher Adder even maybe before Zero Cool. I think it's going to come down to how many more boxes he decides to open here.
Jat right here making another play. Gonna walk over after parking at Matoya Dock again to turn in this TNT or this adamant. Oh, that feels a little bad.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think
we knew. Yeah, I'm saying.
Well,
for
I
Jat.
guess maybe we could have gone like, yeah, we could have gone like, or what was it, adamant slab to bottle to white shirt. Is that possible?
Yeah, that's possible. I mean, that would be, horrific, but yeah, sure.
We're just trying to find the chain that led to our floater. So we got the TNT, so started at, that's right. So C to gave us the herb, then we got TNT from the prince, and then that TNT gave us our floater. So a bit of giving people a bit of the runaround, I guess, this time around to get that floater.
Yeah, like we were saying, the enemies not too nasty. I think we saw some lightning 2 metal slimes most recently. So not the nastiest of scripts of spells or anything yet, but just the items are buried. You got to really dig that out, and we know that Diddy. The Vloot is floater locked in Gaia, so floater required, and J-Man, the only one that has it so far.
Yeah, and I think aside from just getting that end game weapon, I think J-Man's been in go mode for a little while now, hasn't he?
Yeah, just about what feels like maybe 10 minutes or so.
Yeah, so it's like, I don't know, that must feel a little bit bad because you're in go mode, but not really.
Yep. Jat here, gonna make the play and go to Kraken side first. This is what I would do if I was him as well. Look for the item on that side. Again, we know the item is buried over there in Mermaids, and probably the last or second to last chest you're gonna check in the bottom right. He's not gonna get it on his first dive here, and he's gonna have to go back in. Is that a third ribbon for J-Man right there?
It is.
Oh, okay. The rich get richer.
Yeah, I mean, maybe he gets lucky and digs out like a defense +5 somewhere. You could go into Topher and just swing that.
Yeah, I would use that. That's an endgame weapon for sure. All right, J-Man gonna show us the red dragon trap chest in the vanilla game. See what we have here. Not the stick we're looking for.
No, afraid not. Looks like Zero Cool's on his way to get that floater. He's turned in his herb. He's got the TNT, so now he just needs to go have a little chat with Narek about the aerodynamics of explosives and flying.
And you love to see it. 1 hour, 8-minute bridge boss. It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah. So it looks like we've got Darth Kaigan checking out ordeals here. We got the cube here, so he is
Yep.
going to be rewarded for this time.
Yep.
He's going to need that.
Yep. Ordeals is required. I know he really wants to. Everybody is looking for that floater aside from J-Man. Zero Cool just got his as well, so you're gonna get frustrated. You're gonna run into some adversity here from the seed, and how you respond is really gonna determine how you're gonna finish out. And you got to keep cool. And it's difficult, you know, being an hour, 10 minutes in, and feeling like, why am I not in the air yet?
Yeah, late floater is always a scary thing. I mean, you know, your nerves are already on edge, just being on the restream, as it is on top of being in a competitive race to begin with. So you just kind of start to feel the time deficit building. The later you get that floater, because you're like, oh, my opponent could have gotten this. Who knows? At the 30-minute mark.
J-Man gets through carry 1. I think he's honestly still swinging that giant sword -1. I mean, whatever you're going to do to get through the seed, I get it. But he's going to need to get out a weapon pretty soon. Zero Cool going to head up after getting his floater and promote. Going to go visit the dragon Bahamut.
Yeah, and I think he'll be our first one to get promoted as well. So... should be in pretty good shape for the rest of the seed. I can't recall. Let me check the notes here. So the night magic, not really all that good, unfortunately, this time around. Except for maybe gets like some wall charges at best.
Yeah.
Heal 2 maybe.
With the ribbons we've seen, wall, I mean, sure, it's cool. You'd like to see it until you see 3 ribbons. But yeah, I mean, heal 2. I mean, to save on heal pot, spamming. I mean, I'd buy it. Why not?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know if I would make the trip to Elfland just for that.
Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong.
We do have our power bonk over in Lefane, though. So that's definitely something that I think J-Man's gonna want, maybe even need to get through this.
Yeah, if he doesn't find a weapon, or he doesn't get a way to promote and get a Vorpal and Sky that we saw on that fighter, he's gonna need that bonk to get through. Especially with Temper being promotion locked.
Yeah, now if he does go to Sky next, I think there's a decent chance he finds that Vorpal, because he's still going to be looking for a weapon, and, he doesn't have a defense. I'm not sure. Let's see, Invis 2 landed at level 5, but it is Red Wizard learnable by the looks of it, so you're not going to have that many charges, so he may even want that white shirt and go digging for it. So it looks like Jat's headed back into Sea Shrine, gonna grab his herb out of Mermaids before too long here. And Darth Kaigan checking out Waterfall, gonna find that Agama tile. I think that's what was here, right?
Yep, that is correct. And the robot gave us the slab, which turns into the bonk. So not required Waterfall, but juicy Agamas here.
Yeah, I'd like to see him take a few fights here. It looks like his levels are still a little bit on the low side, so he should be able to get a fair few levels here at this point in the game with that Masa. Oh, we got an Opal. I didn't see that before. Opal -3, is it? mermaids there.
Yeah, yeah.
I think that's it's a little bit better than the gold +2 by about like maybe 8 absorb, something like that.
Yeah, and I think that's a vanilla location as well for the opal bracelet, if I'm not mistaken.
Is it really?
I think it's in that room. Yeah.
Yeah, I've been playing so many Seeds of the Randomizer. Sometimes I forget where some of these like non-incentive but like highly desirable chests are.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, Jet also passing up on that Bane Sword -5. Oh, and there's the X-Cal.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess
Mermaid's kind of
no,
loaded.
J-Man. Yeah, J-Man hasn't been to sea yet, I guess.
No.
I thought he did. He did go there, but so I mean, X-Cal -5 really not what you want in the end game.
Yeah.
But you could go.
You could, and with enough bonks and with fast, I mean, you can get the job done with it.
Yeah, it looks like Darth Kaigan maybe taking a couple fights here on these Agamas, doing some buffing even, just to add insult to injury.
Mm-hmm. All right, Jad gonna turn in his herb here and get his TNT, and then be able to get his floater finally, and then get in the air.
Yeah, super duper late floater. I'm sure he's not going to be thrilled with that. But I mean, we did have quite the fetch chain to get there because we had to get not only the herb and the TNT, but also the Oxyale and the key and the crystal, which was in ice. So that's like that's way deep in there.
Yeah, that floater's buried deep within the logic of this game. So Zero Cool lights his third orb over here, and he's got some pretty good levels. He's promoted. He has the Massa. Zero Cool, you know, we said this earlier, don't sleep on this guy.
Yeah, I mean, my expectation is he's going to blow right through Earth Cave, check basically nothing, and be in tow for kind of soon here. Maybe 5 minutes, depending on what he decides to do.
Yeah, depending on how many encounters he runs into, he can be in there about the hour, 21-minute mark or so. Earth Cave's usually about 3.5, 4 minutes to get through, depending on encounters.
Looks like we're stopping for a little bit of magic first, though. And I can't recall if he got the bonk or the shirt, but he's got that Knight swinging an X-Cal -4 or 5, which is not ideal. I mean, obviously you could switch the Massa over, but even that, still not necessarily ideal, but certainly better than I think J-Man's swinging a dragon sword right now.
It's either a dragon sword or like a giant sword -1. So yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
It doesn't feel good. Whatever. I'd equip that large dagger +4 right now at this point.
Yeah. Give me something.
Anything. Yeah, Zero Cool doing his shopping. Gonna pick up Temper on his late warriors. Pick up Nuke. He's setting himself up in a pretty good position right here. Zero Cool.
Yeah. I think it's like Jat going into Earth as well. Going to be perhaps some simultaneous Earth dives here in the top left and bottom right of the screen.
Yeah. As Darth Kaigan continuing to chomp on these Agamas and rid the world of these lizards.
They're not just here to save the world. They're also an Agama extinction event. And I guess J-Man's deciding, you know what, I'm just going to at least check one side of this big sky. What's this sky? 4 floor?
Sky 4, yeah.
I don't mind this. I kind of feel like it's a decent way to like hedge your bet on where the incentive item might be. Oh, but no, he's going for it. We're not coming back to this floor.
This is the best floor in the entire dungeon to take encounters onto, so I don't mind checking this floor. Some people don't like it. It can be a bit of a walk. I get that, but I mean, you got Gurmaduces, you got Eyes, you got Nightmare Evil Men, stuff that can kill you, but stuff that can also just pack you full of XP.
That is a good point. Even not one of the favorite encounters, but I think there's Manicores here as well, which is like it's okay. They usually don't roll too terribly high.
Jat on his horse there, all the way down into Earth 4 already. Just, ran right through the vampire. You hardly knew him.
Yep. And Zero Cool actually not far behind here.
I'm very interested to see, even though they're not racing each other, Zero Cool and Jat going to be getting into the Temple of Fiends Revisited at around the same time. And I just want to see the differences in times here depending on what they run into. This black belt at 42 versus this pretty decked out party for Zero Cool. This should be fun.
Yeah. Turns out at some point J-Man found a Sun Sword +1. I mean, that's enough.
Yeah.
You could go to Topher with that.
You can, and you can use that as a fighter too. You don't need to promote to get it. So he's not going to necessarily need to dig out that tail, which is going to be good. He's going to get the Vorpal here in this room, so we'll see what he decides to do after going up to Tiamat.
Yeah, I feel like the crown is such a fast check that with the Vorpal +5 on the table, you gotta check it. Oh, Larry, the white mage has Vorpal?
Wait a minute, did I miss that?
Oh yeah, it's right here in our notes. White mage can equip Vorpal.
Okay. Well, egg on my face, I missed that. Okay, interesting.
Yeah, I guess, I don't know if it counts as a white samurai per se or not, but it was pretty darn close.
Yeah. Look at this. Okay, this is going to be fun to watch. So, Jad has to go pick up his loot from Gaia here. So, Zero Cool at about the hour 21-minute mark on the dot. First runner into Temple of Fiends Revisited for either race. So, Jad going to be a couple seconds behind him. Maybe he does some last-minute shopping, top off heal pots, what have you. But let's see how these two runners finish and what they run into. This is going to be fun.
Yeah, this will be an interesting comparison of the fighter versus the black belt. Although I think Jat's maybe got a few levels here on Zero Cool.
Yeah, that level.
So he's going to be cruising.
Black belt, yeah, for sure. The level 42 black belt. You can get through Temple of Fiends in about 6 minutes versus about 10 minutes on average for a fully decked out fighter or knight swinging something nice. So let's see what happens. Looks like they're on the same encounter table too, so nice.
Yeah, it's always fun when that happens. J-Man have a little bit of trouble over in Sky with these extremely rude man cats. Has the ribbons to get through this, trying to get away, I think, but might be better served to just blast them.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, there we go. Darth Kaigan gets his herb.
All right, so that's going to help him because that'll lead to his floater.
Yeah, he's about halfway there.
Mm-hmm.
A little more.
Oh, and the man cats have heal too if they weren't annoying enough.
Yeah, just like at this point in the game, not even dangerous, just so annoying.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right, here we go. We have a Lich. We got fast and fast going off. Punch. Yeah, well, we had a Lich. 20 hits, over 2,000 damage. That is, God, black belts are just so powerful.
Yeah, I think all we got now is a pile of bone meal.
Yeah. All right, J-Man about to pull Tiamat 1 as Zero Cool pulls his Lich 2.
And yeah, there's a difference between an XCal minus whatever and a black belt plus infinity.
Yeah. All right, Jatch is hedging every bet right here, throwing all the fasts into that black belt.
Yeah, I feel like that's what's especially for carry. That's what's going to get you through. And I mean, even Kraken, just hope for the turn order and see who can punch harder or faster.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Speed and power is the name of the game right here.
Not even bringing that black mage up. Maybe we'll get him back up to take a hit if we have access to life. I think he picked it up.
He does. He has life 2 on that red mage.
So yeah, maybe we'll get him back in a second here. Not really a whole lot of point aside from the extra run potential to pick him up now.
Yeah, especially like when you're walking onto this floor, you're gonna run across a whole bunch of nasty stuff. Sea Trolls have Stone Poison, which fortunately avoids all of our light warriors.
Yeah, we do have. I think he's got at least 2 ribbons. So, I assume one's on that red mage, maybe one on the black mage, or maybe he put that opal on the black belt. I'm not sure.
Yeah, we got damage poison there coming out too. Okay. Well, all the nasty was in C apparently.
Someone poisoned the watering hole.
There's a snake in my boot.
Okay, J-Man through Sky by the looks of it. Just let's see if he gets a little pit stop over at Northwest Castle here. I think he sort of headed that way.
All right, we got Jap pulling Kraken too. We got lock, fast, punch. Ooh, single hit for 99 damage. These locks are going to need to come out here. Kraken got some evasion.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's a black mage stain on the ground right now. One lock goes off. Second lock goes off. That's going to help. We got a punch. 9 hits, 779. Oh! Okay.
Uh-oh.
We need a non-black belt plan, a strategy here.
We still got a Masa, I think, on that red mage, so
Yep.
maybe this will be just enough.
Oh boy, turn order. Okay.
Gets it.
Wow, okay. How many more okay, he's got 4 charges of life 2 left. He's going to bring up the black belt only right now. Okay, this is smart. Whew.
Yeah, usually Tia doesn't punch all that hard. She can, but just not as many hits all at once. So I might be able to get away with, not even worrying about any black mages. I was going to say, but I think with 2 extra life charges, he should be fine here to bring anybody up after this. So
yeah, Tornado comes out from Tiamat. We got a punch. 10 hits, 403. Not bad. Lock goes off, and then we have the fast. We got another punch. We're gonna nuke and a swing with that Massa. 4 hits, 4 damage. Not what we're looking for. 20 hits, 931. Tia still up. Sends out Inferno. We got another punch. 20 hits, 887. Down goes Tia. Jat is through if he can get to the Chaos floor and not run into any encounters.
yeah, always a scary part of the run right after Tiamat here, because usually you get 1 encounter and there it is.
Or 2. Oh, but it's an iron goal. Why not?
Yeah, I mean, with the black belt crit rate at this level, you can punch through that, no problem.
Zero
And
cool.
blink and you miss it. Zero cool. Yeah, he's on the Tia floor as well. Didn't have quite as much trouble, it looks like, with Kraken there.
I think with all the armor on that knight, it's he did not get splattered for 800 damage on a Kraken hit.
Yeah.
All right, and we have Jat pulling the Ultimate Fiend Chaos. We're leading with some lock, and fast. Chaos, big punch onto that Black Mage. Lock and lock go off. We got a punch. 10 hits, 383. Okay, not the damage we're looking for. A little bit of absorb.
Yeah, maybe, I mean, definitely need the locks, but I don't know, maybe get a temper in there. Like, I don't know about swinging the massa.
He did not pick up temper. Temper was Red Wizard, or Red Mage and Black Wizard and Red Mage locked.
Gotcha.
Alright, so,
Oof.
yeah. Alright, but we're doing damage here. There's another 1,000 damage, 20 hits. Cure 4.
Oh, no.
Okay. Okay. Alright, so Chaos has Cure 4. We gotta hope he doesn't punch down this black belt. Fire 2 is good. Another punch. 20 hits, 790 damage. Down goes Chaos for Jat. GG's. Whew. That got a little scary there at the end.
Yeah, that, just got lucky that Chaos had a couple other spells in that list to kind of waste a couple turns, because one more hit and that black belt was certainly in the danger zone.
Mm-hmm. So Jat finishes in first place in his race with Darth Kaigan with an official racetime.gg time of 1 hour, 29 minutes, and 18 seconds. GG's.
Yeah, GG. Oh, wow. Zero Cool having a little bit of trouble over on Tiamat. I was resorting to Bane strats with that Black Mage. Fighter on a knee. Yeah, he can't get those other two characters up. I think he's in a bit of trouble on this Chaos.
Mm-hmm. We'll see how he handles this here. Did he pick up Bonk, or did only J-Man pick up Bonk?
I do not recall. I mean, I don't think he has time to bonk. That's the problem. Like, that Chaos was punching real hard.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like we're joined by Jat in the booth here. GG, how you doing?
Jet, how you doing?
Not ideal.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
Tell us about that floater.
As soon as I knew it was in C, I'm like, this is gonna be. I was trying to think about what the worst case scenario was. I'm like, it's gonna be herb to TNT, and then it was, of course, herb to TNT to floater. Yeah, I mean, I think you could have gone to Ice Cave earlier, but with the shop item out there and all the other jazz, like, I would rather go Northern Continent first and full cleared all that, and then it was key and ice to Oxyale and Canaria lock to floater and C, well, herb to TNT to floater. So yeah, fun.
We were saying how we weren't seeing a whole lot of like nastiness when it comes to enemies and like skills and scripts or anything, but the logic buried the items on you guys really deep, and it was nasty to watch.
Yeah, oh, it looks like Zero Cool is yikes.
Yeah.
So someone accidentally turned up enemy like damage to 100 to 200% or something, because everything I know my black belt was wearing a gold bracelet, so like I understand that my absorb was a little bit lower than it would normally be. But holy smokes, everything in this entire seed was just punching like crazy.
Yeah, when Kraken 2 hit you there and blew up your black belt for like 900 damage, it was a bit of a clench moment for us over here watching that.
Well, I mean, and the Agamas hitting for like 2 hits with like 150 damage with crits. Chaos hitting for like, was it 4 hits? 3 or 4 hits for like 400 damage. It was crazy. And I mean, I know Ribbon and Gold Bracelet aren't great, but like, yeah, that was a lot.
Yeah. We didn't see you lose the first set of levels there on the Agamas. We saw you pick up heal pots. I'm like, okay, he's gonna go back and he's gonna finish out his grind here. And I didn't see you wipe, and then I see your black belt only has about 200 HP. I'm like, what happened? And then we saw how hard they were hitting. We're like, oh, okay.
Yeah,
got it.
it was not ideal decision. So what I really got punished for was not picking up Ice 3 on both my black mages. I just didn't have enough money in Elfland. That grind would have been amazing with Ice 3 because those Agamas had no HP. And like 4-manning up to 18 or something would have been a lot better. My plan was actually to warp out with my red mage, like once my black belt hit about 19 or so. But especially on the second time, but it just never happened. I just got punched for like so much damage. I don't know about if Gregley's in chat or something. I don't know if Gregley's still in chat, but like, what the heck? Agamas aren't supposed to do that much damage, man.
Yeah, they were hitting pretty hard. It was interesting. So,
but
yeah, so this was your first spring tournament match, which I found out just before your race started, and I'm surprised, man. It feels like you've been around and a bit of a go-to for us Ducks and a resource for quite a while. So I was very surprised to see that. How did you feel about your first match, other than obviously what you already told us?
I was feeling pretty well prepared. I've run a number of practice seeds, and like, I don't know, racing doesn't usually get to me too much, but I was kind of just like a little bit upset at the seed kind of just throughout the whole thing. I wasn't like full on like tilt blown or like, and I didn't think I made like awful decisions, but it definitely got to me a little bit, I think, after the Agama wipe and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, having the floater in particular just be buried so far into the, the fetch chain,
well,
is
and
so
required.
bad.
And it was required. That was the other problem. Like, I was like, okay, I can go floaterless here if need be. So like, I turned in this, the sky item, and yeah, just none of it.
Yeah. We were talking about how we hadn't seen that vendor item yet, and I think we mentioned that, let's see the loot as the vendor item. It's going to be locked in on rack, and then sure enough, there it was.
Yep. Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, I mean, maybe it was a little greedy to not like go pick up the white shirt or the power gauntlet, like for the bottle that was 20 steps away. But I felt pretty comfortable with my 3 fast casters, 3 lock casters to be able to blow through the Topher. But I guess I was slightly mistaken. Maybe my mistake was keeping the gold bracelet +3 on. But like, I thought my loss condition was like getting baned or something at like, and I would rather go from a 5% chance to like a 3 and 256.
Yeah, with that gold bracelet, we saw that was plus, and then the ribbon, and I mean, I don't know if you picked up any of the pro rings. I think pro ring was +4 too. We were talking like, I mean, if you're gonna throw equipment on a black belt, even it's in the 40s.
Yeah.
You can do worse than a plus gold ring, a plus pro ring, and a ribbon. So it was it was a really big punch from Kraken. Fortunately, he didn't target your red mage after that, and you were able to get your way through, and you had enough life charges to bring everybody back. But it was definitely a moment there for us where we were wondering, we were nervous for you.
Yeah, I mean, 31 absorb versus 42, that is substantial against like Kraken in particular because of the number of punches that absorb just keeps applying, right? But against Chaos, it was going to be a lot more negligible. Maybe the play is to just unequip the gold bracelet for Kraken, thinking that like, the melee is more dangerous, or maybe cast wall turn 1. I don't know, but it worked out, so we'll take, and I'll just be happy that my red mage was level 39 swinging a Masa.
Yeah, speaking of red mages swinging Masas, both J-Man and Zero Cool grinding levels here in TOF locked on these sorcerers and Mudgalls. It's probably the most accessible tile that they found, I think.
Yeah.
Other than, I don't know if either one of them went into Northwest locked, because I think there was a Gershark eye tile there.
Yeah.
Oh, that is unfortunate.
Yeah, they.
That's the grind. Okay.
Yeah. The big eyes, I think, had glare, so they were a little nasty. But we saw 3 ribbons in the seed. There were 2 in Ice Cave, 1 in Volcano Agama Floor. So the seed was generous with the items. That's but. It's J-Man got the floater before you guys, maybe like a good 40 minutes ago. I think he had I think he had it like, what do you think, Rojo? Maybe like the 50-minute mark or something, or 40-minute mark, and he was in the air. It was pretty early on.
he routed ice early, and then he went. I assume when he did waterfall, he like killed Kraken and got the herb or something like that.
Yeah, he routed. When you guys went out of the Inner Sea, he went to ice and dug out his crystal, and then walked it to Matoya, and then walked down to Canaria, and then I think he went right to Sea Shrine right from there, and then he went Mermaid side first, found the herb, and then after he found the herb, Rojo, do you remember if he killed Kraken then, or if he left and came back?
I think he left and came back.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, I mean, that, unfortunately for him, does mean that he missed out on not only the Masa, but also the Dragon Armor, which would be both, nice to haves at the very least.
Yeah.
Although he did find, I think, an Opal Armor +3, so, with the amount of ribbons, I guess it's kind of a wash.
And here you go.
Yeah.
He's going to go to Titan. He's going to check these chests here. So he will pick up that Masa a little bit later than everybody else, but he's going to get it.
Yeah, I mean, spoke too soon, proving me a liar.
I think the best sword for the fighter, I think there was like a Vorpal +5 or something like that. Did I find?
Yeah, it was in the
Mermaids.
The 14 pack on Sky 3.
Oh yeah.
And I think J-Man has that Vorpal, but he's got it on his White Mage.
Yeah, White Mage with the blessing of plus Vorpal, and it's okay.
Gotta do it.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, I've been saying that I'm going to play a black belt for pods if I can, just for safety. And I mean, I think this Topher, how nasty it was, maybe helps justify that, just in terms of getting through Topher on your first try. And like, I barely got through Topher on my first try. But I do feel like this was a pretty decent fighter seed, although it didn't necessarily feel that right off the get-go. But by like, near the end of it, like if you had just opened the bare minimum chest, which I did, you had all the gear you could want. You had Dragon Sword, Masa -5, Vorpal +5. We found the Excal, even though it was garbage.
Yeah.
We found multiple ribbons for free. So like, it's definitely a pretty solid fighter seed. I think the key to this Temple of Fiends revisit is just to make sure you're equipping that Vorpal though over the Masa -5 for at least the final bosses.
Yeah, although I gotta be honest, I do really like the black belt for this particular seed, because they were blessed with fighter weapons, which like really takes care of your early game problems, I feel like.
Yeah, the B-side spikes are a blessing and a curse, and I just didn't find any of the good solo ones early, at least. The key lock, I was gonna check what's it called, Northwest Castle locked, but I just decided against it and said, you know what, I'm just going to walk and grind my way all the ways up. It's going to be a little slow, it's going to be a little painful, but I seem to be opening all the boxes anyway, so might as well take the levels as they come. But like, there just wasn't a good accessible early grind, and that kind of made things a little bit worse. And also, I literally swore the moment I opened the seed, and I walked all the ways to Garland without an encounter, and it's like, oh no, because like the desert grind is so good for the black belts. Especially if like A sides roll, and it was like so long. But I mean, I still ended up taking that Tyro like what, 10-15 times.
Yeah,
that T-Rex.
We saw you power cycling that blue stake, and it did you well. But again, it was a little deep in off the first hard reset. I think it was at least 40-50 steps, so not ideal. But I mean, stake is stake, so why not?
Yeah, I think that would have been a better. Maybe I think if I had found that earlier, it might have been better to commit to that. And like, once my black belt could take it, but I wasn't gonna go check desert with that long of a run. I just kind of found it by happenstance because I knew where I was in my encounter table when I was walking into desert with the boat.
All right, so Zero Cool making his second dive onto Kraken 2. You want to take this one, Rojo?
Sure, yeah. So we're going Bane strats. I like it. I can respect it. But Kraken has nuclear.
We did not see that the first time.
Yeah, unfortunately, that wall not gonna help. But we got the fast off. We've got not much on that one red mage there. Maybe some nukes, tempers. What are we thinking here? Temper. Nope. Just kidding. Ruse. Okay. bad. I guess we don't really have much in the way of healing, though, so we just gotta hope we don't see that nuclear roll back around or some other, particularly nasty AoE. I assume he's just trying to keep that red mage alive for, the life cast after the fact here. Oh, we do have heal too. I mean, it's something, all right. But hopefully this fighter is going to be able to chew through Kraken here before anything else nasty happens. I mean, we're doing good damage at this point. We're doing good damage. So another round or two of this, and I think he'll be out of here. Is that a cheeky cake cast? I think it might have been. That's not quite the damage we were hoping for. I don't know if I guess is there a 256 chance that cake works on a Kraken? I think he resists Earth at the very least.
Yeah, it's still 3 and 256, but not what you want to rely on.
Certainly not, but I would love to see it go through. That'd be lovely. Still, we got one red mage down. We're just trying to survive just long enough here, and I feel like we got to be pretty close to this Kraken 2 going down. But we do have a problem, and that's that Life 2, Nuke, and Temp are all on the same level. It's a precious set of resources there. Knight takes a hit and fires back 400 damage, takes him out.
Hey, look at that. That was 311 damage into a fighter with dragon armor and any kind of other thing you're going to want on it. So Kraken not playing around.
Oh yeah, I mean that knight has like 60 absorb, right?
Oh yeah, at least.
Yeah, he's well geared. Definitely well geared. Although, J-Man rather, made some adjustments, got some levels, got, I believe, not only promoted, but I think he picked up the white shirt and possibly the bonk as well. So that could be a difference maker with how nasty this chaos is.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, is this J-Man's second dive?
This is Zero Cool's
yes.
second dive, and J-Man, he went in there. I think he just took some levels, and then maybe he did, because he did leave and go promote.
Maybe you're right.
Maybe he did leave and go promote. Yeah. All right, so Zero Cool pulling Tiamat too. Gonna throw out some cake too. I love it. All right, we got Temper and Temper. Tiamat leads with Inferno again. Temper goes off. Temper goes off. Swing. 8 hits, 542. Not bad. So we got swing, and a Bane. Bane ineffective. Swing. 8 hits, 398. Swing from the Massa. 4 hits, 4 damage. Not what you want to see. Ice Sword. 3 hits, 77. 3 more swings and another Bane. Fire 3 comes out. Does fire 3 things. 3 hits, 3 damage. Bane. Misses. Swing. 4 hits, 4 damage. Excal. 8 hits, 530 something. Down goes Tia. Zero Cool. Gonna get his shot at Chaos.
Yeah, and unfortunately, Lich 2 has Nuke. Didn't take anybody out over on J-Man's screen, but that's a little bit scary.
Oh, and Lightning 3. Nice.
Yeah, lovely. All right. Does Zero Cool have enough to punch through this this relatively nasty chaos? Let's take a look.
Well, Chaos. The thing with Chaos is Cure 4's first spell, which is good for a fighter comp because, like, unlike the Black Belt, he's not going to be really close to dead on turn 3. And also, his spells were pretty bad. He mostly has a punching threat, but this fighter with all the armor should be in much better position.
Yeah, we do have a little bit of evasion. Looks like we've got Invis 2 on at least one of these red mages. We're gonna get at least one charge of evasion, so that'll help a little bit perhaps. And there's that Cure 4 you were just talking about.
That's amazing.
Yeah, gets it out of the way early.
Mm-hmm. Even before the Knight swung.
Mm-hmm. It's good information to have too.
Yeah, so now it looks like we're basically just going to Temper Town and trying to get that Knight as beefy as possible to just not even have to worry about our terrible abysmal crit rate. We'll just we'll brute force it instead.
Yeah, Excal not doing great against Chaos here, but you know, this will get through if he keeps his whole party up for any party with 3 mages and a fighter. If you keep your whole party up for 3 turns on Chaos, you're going to be doing pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and even I think one of them's swinging an ice. One of the red mages swinging an ice sword. I think it rolled +5 though, so that's actually like a pretty respectable weapon.
Yeah, 17, no, 12.5% crit rate. That's pretty good.
Yeah. Excal
Here
doing
we
the
go.
work. Is just over 1,000 damage so far, so he's getting there, and he's got a few more temper charges.
Yeah, he finally broke Chaos.
Looks like last one on the black mage, and we used all the ones on the other red mage. So, yeah, this should do it though. I would think. Yeah, 800 damage. I think one more round of that, and Chaos is out of here.
Yeah, just got to get through this Cure 4.
Oh well, black mage did his job. See ya. Taking that.
There you go.
Yeah, GG to Zero Cool.
Yep.
He'll be our winner on the race on the right side of the screen.
Yeah, Zero
Yeah, it looks like
Cool.
Chaos was a little. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say Zero Cool finishing with an official race time, .gg time of 1:49.24.
I was just gonna say, it looks like Chaos was a little bit uncharacteristically punchy against me. Like he just punched for like 3 turns straight against me, but it looks like it was a pretty average Chaos, maybe like 50% ish or more to cast scripts or spells. So
Mm-hmm.
outside the Cure 4, at least it wasn't too scary. GG Zero.
And we are joined in chat by Zero Cool, our winner from the Agma Pod. GG's, man.
I think you may be muted, Zero.
Oh, I was indeed muted. Hey, everyone.
Hey, GG's, man.
Yeah, thanks. Oof. Man, what a seed.
So, tell us about the floater.
Well, the floater was required. That's all I know.
How'd it feel to dig that out with all the fetch quests leading to it?
Well, I kind of had a feeling as soon as I got almost all my go mode items except the loot, I was like, it has to be floater. Floater has to be coming up soon in some of these spots. So when I got the herb, I was like, yep, this one has to be either herb to adamant to floater or it has to be the floater.
Yeah, it looks like we've got J-Man on Kraken 2 here. We'll see if he gets through. Black Mage already down. Kraken comes down with a nuclear. I feel like he may have already seen one of those.
Yeah, Kraken was definitely not friendly.
No, and Kraken didn't even one-shot your primary melee damage either. He did 900 damage to my black belt on turn 3.
Based on his HP totals. Not sure how.
Alright, so J-Man doing his best. Takes out Kraken 2 with an Ice 3. You love to see it. Hopefully he's got a few charges of Life 2 on this Red Wizard.
And isn't Ink just the best
Oh yeah.
skill?
It's you love seeing that because it's so free. Alright, so let's see. Does he have life? I don't know. He's not bringing back any party members yet. We must not. Okay, so we're going into Tiamat. We're going to throw out a white shirt. And we're going to bonk. Tiamat leads with Fire 3. We got 1 stack of evasion, 1 bonk off. More white shirt. More bonk. 2 stacks of evasion. 2 bonk stacks. Oh, slow 2, but it hits the red wizard. Okay, that's good. Another white shirt and a swing. 4 hits, 73 damage. Not what you want to see. Oh, that's a big hit through 3 stacks of evasion on that red wizard. Alright, so we're going to bonk. And we're going to bonk again. Swing again. 4 hits, 367, a little bit better. Tornado comes out. Another swing, 474. Punch for 41. Swing for 272. Another punch. Another punch, a miss. Swing. 4 hits, 148. We're going in the wrong direction. We got swing. 4 hits, 456 damage. Down goes Tia 2. Okay. So, J-Man through Tiamat 2. Gonna man mode Chaos. We'll see if he can do it.
Oof.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough with just a white shirt for your evasion.
I think
no.
he has to go with it though. Oh gosh.
Yeah, he didn't heal though. Oh,
Yeah.
whew. You're scaring me, J-Man.
Does he have heal pots? He has to have heal pots. Oh,
I don't know. Oh, the victory lap. Okay.
I approve of this. I like it. I like it.
Just intimidating Chaos a little bit before we go knock on his door.
Oh, we are out of heal pots. Okay.
Oh man.
All right. Well, here we go. We're gonna white shirt. Sees the cure 4 early. We're gonna white shirt again. Ice 2 is fine. Another white shirt. That's 3 stacks of evasion. Pretty good. Fire 2 again. You like seeing that. Fire 3 a little worse, but that's okay. 4 stacks of evasion off. There's 5. Another white shirt. Punch and a miss. Okay, this is good. So white shirt goes off. Fully evasion stacked on that knight. There's the Bane. Miss. Now we're going to bonk. Oh, Chaos has fast too. Okay. We're going to bonk again. Oh.
Oh.
Oh,
That's
wow.
heartbreaking.
Okay. Wow. A crit through max evade. That's bad luck.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's rude.
And unfortunately, J-Man did at this point decide to forfeit the race. I completely understand.
Yeah.
He gave it a good shot, but unfortunately, that was an unkind Chaos.
Yeah.
With a very unlikely hit there.
I'm gonna bring him in from the booth, and we can talk to J-Man right here. Hey, J-Man. GG's, buddy.
Hey, thanks.
So how about that crit?
Yeah, that was a little unsavory.
Yeah. I mean, we were getting excited for you. We see all the stacks of evasion go off. You're fully capped. You were starting to bonk. You saw the cure 4 early, so you knew that was out of the way. And then that was just bad luck, man.
Yeah, it happens. Not too worried about it. I mean, it was a decent run.
Yeah. So as it turns out, you I believe were the first one in the air by a fairly wide margin across everybody on screen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Tell us about how you felt about that floater.
Yeah, I was doing pretty well. And yeah, just kind of fighting the wrong things. And that's I heard you guys as I was finishing up watching the my fail on Chaos, and because I went and got the tail as the absolute last thing, I never went and spelled up on my red wizard.
Yeah, that did bite you a little bit there, and also getting the Massa Dragon Armor a little bit on the late side.
Yeah, and that was also burning through 99 heal pots in Topher. So what are you gonna do?
Oh yeah, that's brutal. Not a lot of good healing magic, I don't think, this seed. And like maybe if you brought a white mage and got to some level 8 spells, like where was heal 3 at?
Let's see. Heal 3, I think our fantastic tracker Shadowed has that. I think it was level 4. Was it slot? It looks like it might have been slot 3, yeah.
Yeah, heal 3 was locked out of red mage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. And Cure 4, as it turns out, in Gaia at level 8. So along with Fade. That feels bad.
Yeah.
Is
It
this
does
even
explain a lot.
randomized?
Oh, Darth Kagan finding a defense for his troubles somewhere. He's been really thorough with his chest clearing, but that defense is actually incredibly powerful.
Oh, that's what I was looking for.
Was that in one of the
Yeah.
free chests there on the way to the vampire?
It was the one I
I
didn't check.
Wow,
Yeah,
well, I mean that's huge for him. That's gonna make life so much better
Yeah.
for a couple of these late fiend fights.
Hmm.
yeah. Oh yeah, that's a nice bike tile to see always.
Yep, especially when they ambush you. That's always a fun day.
He's taking
Luckily
the fight,
that didn't
too.
happen here.
He's gonna nuke down some dinosaurs. Nice.
Yeah, I feel like I was probably one of the. I don't know. Was I one of the least geared amongst the runners?
I mean, I think you had some pretty decent gear. Most of you guys all had the gold bracelets +2 because they were for sale. The pro rings +4 were for sale. You had that dragon armor that you found next to the massa, so you were pretty good. Zero Coat, you were a little bit behind J-Man for a fair portion of that seed. J-Man was in go mode before everybody else, and really just kind of you just trucked and came from behind there, and really just you ran into that nasty Topher on your first dive, but you persevered and you got through on your second attempt there. But it was a nice race that you had there. It was a little tough in the beginning for you, but you found your footing and really finished strong.
Yeah, that one red wizard had only one purpose, and that was a stack of evasion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was kind of dumb and ended up stacking my good red mage with give him invis too.
I did see, yeah, that that level was filled up for you.
Yeah, I think my grind, I died looking for grinds. That's where my run just kind of fizzled out on me.
Well, as it turns out, there was a T-Rex grind in the desert off the hard reset. A little bit took a few steps to make it happen, but yeah, that's one that the Jat took for a little while, and that worked out fairly well.
Well, Toflock had the sorcerer mudman grind.
Yeah, I saw both you and J-Man did that one for a little bit. There was also, I'm not sure if you guys found it or not, there's a Gershark Eye, I think in Northwest Castle.
Yeah, it was the rightmost tile had the punching pinata. I grind on that for a little bit when I found it. I also found a 3 to 4 Agama spot too.
Yeah, the waterfall, that was very nice. Jack actually jumped in there for a bit as well, but it had a little bit of trouble.
Yes, bringing up my Agama PTSD. Yes.
It's going in the official Agama Fact record book.
Agamas are indeed lethal to Jat. Yes.
Yep, let's put it on the list.
I feel I'm required to kill some Agamas being in the Agama pod.
I think that's a can-do attitude. I feel the same way whenever I see Medusas myself.
Alright. Darth Kagan taking down his Lich has 3 orbs lit, so he's making good progress here after kind of pretty much seeing the brunt of the nasty that this seed had to offer.
Yep, crashing his airship into Melman because the vampire didn't quite get everything, so he's just trying to finish the job. Yeah, there we go. Get some life 2, some invis 2. Lovely. I think temper and nuke here if he doesn't already have it. Yeah.
Yeah, if I could have redone it, I would have foregone nuke on my red mage for to make sure I could get invis too.
Yeah, it's a bit of a stacked level for the red mage, so some hard choices to be made there for sure.
Well, that taught me a lesson. Don't auto buy nuke.
I mean, I think there's an argument to be made for skipping temper there as well, and keeping nuke depending on if you're determined to get power bonk or not. But yeah, that's fair.
Well, I attempt not to go to find power bonk is my usual strategy. I try to get to the end as quickly as possible and try not to need the white shirt or power bonk.
Well, yeah, I mean when it works out, particularly in the way it did with this seed where we had floater locked, power bonk, and white shirt, I believe, like at the very end of the seed here, you certainly have that option, and it can save you a bit of time, if you're feeling comfortable with your other spells and gear and everything, to just not have to go hunt those down.
Alright, so Darth Kagan doing some shopping, picking up some supplies, gonna go finish out Mirage and Sky, and try to finish out this seed strong. You appreciate him going. Darth Kagan, a newer runner in the community, he's going to stop and pick up his bonk right here, which is going to be really good for him. So he's got a defense sword, he's got a power bonk. He's going to be supplied up and pretty in good shape heading into Temple of Fiends Revisited. While he's
yeah, it looks like he's got good levels too.
Yeah, he does. So while he's picking up these items, and we're going to give him some time to kind of get through these dungeons, I'm going to take a play out of a co-commentator's playbook here from yesterday's stream from Will Cleosis. I want to ask some of you guys a question here. So we're all relatively new. I think the majority of us were in the Duck Derby that just happened this past winter. Jad, I know you've been around a little bit longer than all of us here, but Zero Cool, let's start with you. What got you into running Final Fantasy Randomizer, and what had you join the community?
Well, oddly enough, I actually ended up starting to become active in it back here in December, but I had joined the community, I think, for over a year, but I never said anything or was doing anything. I was kind of shadow monitoring stuff. And I think it was about when COVID hit, I started really watching the YouTube videos of the spring tournament and all these tournaments and watching how the randomizer evolved and everything, and just kind of got me interested. And when I got to a point where I was getting bored out of my mind looking for stuff to do, I'm like, I used to do Link to the Past randomizer. I was like, let's give Final Fantasy a go since I love Final Fantasy 1. And here I am.
I think that's a good story. I've actually started watching Link to the Past Randomizer on YouTube about 2 years ago. And then Final Fantasy Randomizer came across my recommended on YouTube one day, and I was just like, oh, let me check this out. I loved this game when I was a kid, and joined up, lurked in the Discord for a while, and here I am here as well. How about Rojo, my co-com here? What got you into running Final Fantasy Randomizer?
I actually also, I think I found out about the game through YouTube. Because, I watch a few various, Let's Play style channels. I actually have one of my own. I just, in my meanderings on YouTube, I ran into this, as well as, a Link to the Past randomizer. I was like, you know what? I love this game. I've got 3 physical copies of it from when I was a kid that I've collected, from other family members who were done with them. This is my favorite version of the game, even the vanilla version, with how broken and inconvenient it can be. I just jumped into the Discord, started playing a bit. I think my first seed was around the 4-hour mark. So, I've come a long way since then. I think my first event was the Onrak Summer Vacation tournament back in, I don't know, was it 2019 maybe?
Oh yeah, I think it was. That's one of the first YouTube videos I watched was on Rack Summer Vacation, and then the Spring Tournament 2019, Sail the High Seas being the theme.
Yes.
Yep, a lot of fun. So, how about our senior citizen here in the booth with us, based off seniority? How about you, Jat? What got you into running Final Fantasy Randomizer?
I mean, I think it's a pretty similar story to most people. I was just hanging out on Twitch and I was following speed gaming, and it kind of came on during spring tournament, and I had played it as a little bit older child perhaps than a lot of people here, not because I'm older, but actually because I like revisited it after when I was a little bit older, and my brother and I were collecting retro video games. So I probably played my first run of this when I was about 16 or so. And then we beat it. So yeah, so I saw the randomizer on spring tournament, and then I hopped into the Discord, and Danny and Caleb were kind of the welcoming crew, and I offered to start tracking and stuff, and that's kind of how I got into the community. Actually, I think I probably tracked my first race before I finished my first seed. So race crew and stuff has been pretty integral to me playing. So that's kind of how I got started. And then I think the Duck Derby, both helping run it as well as taking part in it, were really like the things that cemented me into the community.
Yeah, that's nice. I think Danny, 3883, our resident tracker extraordinaire, has helped a lot of us kind of get involved in tracking or race crew. She was the one who helped me get involved, and also to your point, Caleb, being a great ambassador for us in the game here, welcoming us newer players. He's helped me out quite a bit as well, and you as well, Jad, reviewing VODs for us Ducks and giving pointers and advice and just kind of being there for us to kind of guide us and get us going. And you know, it's really great to be able to participate in a tournament here with you guys, you know, after so much of us have watched this on YouTube, and we're finally getting to participate in one, and it's a pretty good feeling.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, I think that's why having members like Darth Kagan part of the tournament is so important, just to continue to allow newer players to take part in, like, you know, these tournaments. Well, you know, brackets are, you know, a little bit more exclusionary in terms of you have to kind of play in, you know, everyone's allowed to take part. And for me, like, I didn't take part in the Duck Derby first. I was running the spring tournament flags first, and those are kind of what made me really enjoy the game. And then the learning in the Duck Derby kind of came later. So spring tournaments, you know, as good of a time as any to jump in. But of course, we do have another Duck Derby coming up in I think somewhere between 4 to 6 weeks. The boot camp will start. So pretty excited about that, and I'm also going to be helping out with that. So, you know, it should be a good time.
Wonderful. Well, as we'll get to J-Man's story here on how he joined the randomizer community and got involved after we watched Darth Kagan pull his team at 1. He's going to throw out some tempers. Lightning 2. Invis 2 for some defense. We got a swing. 8 hits, 359. That'll get us there. Tia 1, far less scary than her second counterpart. We got some nuke, and a swing. 372, big roll on that nuke. Another nuke. 124, swing. 8 hits, 343. Down goes Tiamat 1. Nice job, Darth Kagan. With that, he has all 4 orbs lit. He is in his go mode. He's going to head into Temple of Fiends Revisited, and he's going to see if he can get through it. Let's root for him. And while we're waiting for him to get there, J-Man, same question to everybody else. What is your story? How'd you get involved with the Final Fantasy Randomizer?
Well, it's pretty funny. I take a slightly different route. I actually started playing the Randomizer Worlds with the Dragon Warrior 1 randomizer. So I started there and learned I'm still not good at that either. So I said, why not picking up another randomizer I can be not good at?
I've watched some Dragon Warrior Randomizer. It's something I've thought about getting involved in, but the ProcGen Overworld just definitely throws me for a bit of a loop every time. I know it's probably natural to have that happen, but it's something.
Oh, for sure, yeah. And I always joke that I feel like I'm one of the older guys here, although I think technically I'm still eligible for my 3rd Duck Derby to show you, how quality my running skills are. But yeah, no, it's fun, and you need some fodder so everyone else can rack up some wins.
I mean, you say that, but also, like, everyone who takes part in these races is also just, like, it's important to have a large variety, and, like, even just watching you play, your routing got you the floater first by a wide margin, and that's, like, important to have as in part of the race,
Oh yeah, no, I'm not. In no way was I salty about my forfeit. It was more, in all honesty, I figured I was the last one running, so I didn't know if we had to give the channel back. So I didn't want to save and make it awkward to have to cut out in the middle of a run.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for Final Fantasy 1 to get a pre-gen overworld and start adding some of that fun to it. That's going to be interesting.
Please no. I can't see pictures in my head. Like, Proc-Gen Waterfall's bad enough.
Yeah, I was going to say, at least in the Dragon Warrior world, I think it's only a 128 by 128 overworld, so it's at least manageable. Floor and town shuffles enough for Final Fantasy Randomizer, I would say.
I do have to say, I love the beta testing of the deep dungeon version of Final Fantasy. That's really fun.
So, Luffy, why don't you regale us with the tale of your FFR introduction?
So, I came across FFR while watching Link to the Past Randomizer. I was home, I don't know, sick from work or something one day and just watching YouTube videos, and I came across Link to the Past and was watching that, and then on my recommended came Final Fantasy, and I remember playing that as a child and really enjoying it. I would go to a friend's house after school and we would try to beat it. We would grind pop and we would play vanilla and we would try to figure out how to beat the eye in Ice Cave and all that. And then I see this game is randomized and I'm like, oh my god, I need to do this. And 7 months later, here I am. Lurked in the Discord for a few weeks and joined Race Crew, met some great people, and it's a really great community to be a part of. FinalFantasyRandomizer.com. Join the Discord. Come hang out with us. We're nice people. We have cake. It's a good time.
Yeah, but we tend to give it to Lich.
We share sometimes too.
Looks like Darth Kagan, unfortunately, having a bit of difficulty with some a big old pack of Fire 3 metal slimes.
Yeah, those metal slimes had lightning 2, toxic, fire 3. They had all the nasty.
That is very unfortunate. Definitely, I mean, anytime you run into a big pack of something that has anything, that's a moment that you're going to be worried in.
Yeah, I found a grind spot with the slimes. I was like, this will be fine. Oh, wait, no. They're all doing lit too. I'm like, never mind.
Yeah, you'd hope that you could take the fight a few times, but with, I think Fire 3 was at level 1, right? So that's like perfect.
Until they have all the accessories as well.
Yeah. Turns out that they've been doing a world tour to the magic shops as well.
Yeah, you definitely don't want an AoE magic spell on something that groups up in more than 3 or 4 at a time.
But definitely, respect to Darth Kagan for just jumping back in there. No hesitation. He knows he's got some pretty fantastic gear. So the only thing I might have done, I'm not sure what level his white wizard is there, but maybe just bring it up. Unless it died on the way in this run, I'm not sure. Oh, it's only like level 4 or 7. Yeah, okay, fair enough.
Yeah, I think it was the same problem as my other red mage. It's like you'll bring it up, but to why?
Yeah, basically to hopefully get slapped in the face by a kraken or something, so somebody else doesn't.
Yeah, Yeah, these metal slimes are not playing around, and they are ambush happy too.
Yeah, this is like the most for me. Getting ambushed by a pack of something that has spells like this is like the most frustrating thing in this game.
Yep. Just watching them just chip away and chip away and chip away, and they're just so frequent in here. It's terrible.
We are joined by Darth Kagan in the broadcast booth.
Spoiler alert. How you doing, buddy? Oh, I think you're still muted, Darth.
Yeah, I hear him tapping. Maybe
Yeah.
that's how he's doing.
It's banging his head against the desk because of the metal slimes.
Yeah, is that Morse code for help?
I can commiserate with that.
Yep. Darth, we can kind of hear you there, but we can't hear your voice. So we are with you in spirit. If you can get it figured out, we'd love to talk to you. So we'll wait here for you, and we'll see if you can get this figured out. So while we're waiting for him to figure out his audio, we have he's on to the Lich 2 floor, running into some Germadusas. Alright, gets away. He's having some very difficult run luck too with some of these encounters too. Alright, so Darth Kagan gonna pull Lich 2. Gonna throw out a Fire 3, and a swing. 4 hits, 220. Fire 3 goes off. 62 damage. There's the nuke. Oh, big roll on that nuke. Takes out that red wizard. We got a nuke. 196. Down goes Lich 2. Losing that red wizard hurts a little bit, though.
Do have to say the Black Wizard had a pretty decent health pool.
Alright, so Darth Kagan on the way to carry 2.
I can't hear y'all, unfortunately.
Oh,
Oh,
we can
hey,
hear
we can hear
you.
you.
Hello.
Hello. Let's see something here. Let me see if I push him in the waiting room and then pull him back in. Can you hear us now, Darth?
Apparently y'all can hear me, but I can't hear you. So
We can. I'm gonna chat to him a little bit here. So. So I'm gonna ask him how he feels about the seed right here. Taking the scenic route around the Sea Shrine floor, I like it.
Yeah, I actually did that when I started playing as well, because I didn't realize there's another door there. It's kind of blends in.
All right, so we have Kraken 2. We got Temper. Swing 3, it's 293, not bad. Big punch from Kraken right there, through a lot of absorb. Cheeky Bane. Another swing.
The seed was, as for me, most of them are frustrating. And yeah, I don't have my headset muted. I've got my volume turned up to 56. I'm not sure why it's not coming through. Sorry about that, guys. I'll try and figure out what's going on, and maybe next time we can chat.
Alright, so with that smack from Kraken 2, unfortunately, Darth Kagan has forfeited from the race. We're having some technical difficulties getting able to hear him and have him hear us. Really wish we could get to talk to him. I would love to have heard his thoughts on this seed. He really tried hard. He persevered. He had some tough go of it, but he really kept pushing. And I think, personally, it's inspiring to see some of these young ducks like myself, like some of my other co-ducks here, Zero Cool, and even J-Man to an extent, to see a seed just throw so much at you and just really just punch you in the mouth, to be able to just keep going and just trying to push through, really is, it's really good to see, because it's very easy to just walk away, but it's also hard to keep going.
Yeah, that pretty much described my last seed that I did. It was so rough I had to leave Topher to go get the optional items. It was that bad.
Yeah, these flags, on paper they don't look that bad, but they can throw you for a bit of a loop sometimes. One might say a time loop.
Oh, I see what you did there. I like it. So with that, why don't we toss it over to our runners who are here still with us for some final thoughts. Jat, first to finish on stream, winning his race against Darth Kagan tonight. What do you think? Final thoughts, man. Anything to say?
I mean, I think that went pretty much as I expected my first spring tournament race to go. By spring tournament standards, it went average, which means by overall standards, it was a pretty bad seed. But, no, it was fun. I enjoyed it. It was good to get out there. As you said, it's been basically a year since I joined the community, so it was a good way to kick off spring tournament. Thanks to everyone for hanging out, making this a fatal four-way race, I guess, even though they were two individual 1v1 matchups. So, yeah, thanks a lot to everyone in the booth and for Shadowed for tracking.
Zero Cool, winner with his race with J-Man. Final thoughts?
Well, always fun to sit there and throw down in some races. It's definitely interesting having this as a 4-screen broadcast, all on the same sea with 2 separate races. Looks like I still have some more work to do, because I won mine, but I lost to Jat there, so... but still fun. Hopefully be able to continue a lot more in the spring tournament here. And if anyone's even slightly interested who isn't already playing the randomizer with us, just come and join us. Everyone's cool. Caleb's always looking for some more professional forfeiters.
Yeah, I think you two are the only ones who are currently left with us in the booth here. So yeah, I mean, this is a blast to watch. I always love the 4-person races, because you can, even in a 1v1 and a separate 1v1, you can kind of compare, back and forth just to see how people are doing as if it were a 4-person race. Yeah, there's definitely some tough moments for I think everybody you know, the seed got everybody a little bit with something. And then of course we had that super buried floater, which was, you know, maybe not what you guys wanted to see, but it was entertaining for us. So thanks thanks for everybody for running.
Yeah, I agree. And with that, I'm gonna close this out here. I want to say thank you to Randomania for hosting us tonight. Thank you to Rojo for joining me in the booth. Our runners, of course, Jat 2980, Zero Cool 512, our two runners. J-Man and Darth Kaigan for sticking it out and really pushing and doing the best they could. It was not a kind seed, I think is the way I'll put it. So again, FinalFantasyRandomizer.com. Join the Discord if you want to come hang out with us and learn this wonderful game that we all love. Thank you again to my co-com Rojo. Thank you to Shadow Flames for tracking and everybody out there who has been watching. Thank you for joining us tonight. So with that, this is Luffy signing off. Ciao and chillax, everybody. Final Fantasy Randomizer fam. We gone.